Okay, I can tell just by looking at you. You want to do more with pivot tables. I can feel that energy coming off you, so here we go. In the invoice tracker worksheet, this says insert a pivot table beneath the data in cell E22 and show the invoice number and outstanding data. All right, this one is a little different. Rather than being on a new tab, it's going to on a new worksheet. It's going to be on the existing worksheet. So we're just going to put it on here on the same worksheet. Let's start breaking it down here. In the invoice tracker worksheet, insert a pivot table. Well, the verb here, what we're going to do is insert. So I'm going to come over here to the insert part of our ribbon. There we go. And it says we're going to insert a pivot table. Well, that is a type of table. So I'm going to look in the table section here and click on pivot table. Okay. It says insert it beneath the data in cell E22. Well, what are we going to use for our pivot table? That's the first thing it's asking us for. So, move this out of the way a little bit here. We want all of this data. So I'm going to go ahead while this is highlighted. If you notice invoice tracker, that single cell is highlighted because it's asking us what are they going to do. So let's start here and go along here. We want it all the way down to here, and there's all of our data. Okay, so now that's already been named. It is that invoices table, but we've named it already, or it's been named before we got here, and so that's what our table range is going to be. Now it says insert that pivot table beneath the data in cell E22. So we look down here, choose where you want the pivot table to be placed, not in a new worksheet this time, but in an existing worksheet. Let me scroll over here a little bit. And it says right there, we want it in cell E22. So here's column E, here's row 22, and we see right there, E22, okay? Now, it tells us to show the invoice number and outstanding data. Well, here's our data. We've got our invoice number, and we've got our outstanding data. There we go. That is correct.